On this episode of Men of Prestige, men are struggling with dating, they're struggling with relationships, they're struggling with marriage, and somehow it has become the woman's fault. Is it a woman's fault? This is a question we will continue to answer. There's no one and short answer for that. We will continue to answer that question. But before we go, let me this is quite like an introduction video, a welcome video. I want to officially welcome you to this channel. But with that being said, what does prestige stand for? Like I already said, dictionary meaning has respect, admiration, perception, achiever, quality. But I've created this acronym, okay, for prestige. It's for every single letters in the word prestige. The first P, the first letter, which is P, stands for purpose and patience. Okay, purpose and patience. And when we're talking about patience, we're talking about infinite patience. Infinite patience become extremely easy when we're engaged in purpose. You will have less time for bullshit. Okay, first curse word, I'm going to try to limit it, but I'm a curser, so mild curser, now with that, hey, this is Ola. Welcome to the Man of Prestige. I'm glad that you made it to this page. We're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna have a long-term conversation. We're gonna keep coming back here. I want to prepare your mind for what you're about to discover on this page. I am a student of the game of Man of Prestige, and I am inviting you to go on this journey with me so we can continue to learn together. This is a continuing education platform. No formal education, we're just gonna have a conversation. Okay, there's a lot of conversation around men, different types of advices for men on YouTube, and my goal here is that we rub minds together. I personally feel that there's a lot of toxic rhetorics. I feel like there's a lot of conversations that are anecdotal in nature. I feel like they're just as valid. I feel like there's a lot of generalization. I feel like also when it comes to dating, relationship, and marriage, generalization has its limitations. It can actually hurt you. And I feel like there is a game, not a joke, but a game that you need to learn in this thing called manhood, or life, or love. So with that being said, prestige, man of prestige, what does that even mean? If you look at the dictionary meaning of a man of prestige, you see quite a few things. You will see words like respect, you will see words like admiration, from the word admire. You will see words like perception. You will see achiever, like achieving, right? Then you will see quality, right? And basically you don't see much about value. Why is it that you don't see a lot about value? Because again, we're in that generation that everyone should kind of be talking about high value men, right? But you don't really see that when we're talking about a man of prestige. You know why? Because with quality comes value. In order for you to be determined to be a man of quality, that's also a function of value with respect to the society. Also, when we're talking about admiration, we're also talking about perception, meaning how other people perceive you. So it's not just you running around town talking about you're a high value man like a clown, or you're an alpha male like a clown. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking more so about how other people perceive you, but probably more importantly, how you see yourself, which can also be a function of how other people see you. So this is going to be an interesting conversation. What you're going to find in this conversation is that there is no, how do I say this? There's no end or be all. There's no extreme and absolutes. Those are actually enemies of life and love. If you want to have a blissful life and love, you definitely want to stay away from absolute and extremes. And that's why I said we're going to come here, rub minds together around all the different conversations going around in the world of men on YouTube. And then we're going to have a lot of good time having this conversation. If you want to engage this conversation with me, you have the opportunity to do that in the comment area. I definitely encourage you to do that so we can make this conversation, so we can own it together, right? but also you'll be supporting the channel. It takes a lot of work for me to come here and do this on a daily basis. So please, your support would be absolutely appreciated, since we're going to be having this conversation together. Men are struggling with dating, they're struggling with relationships, they're struggling with marriage, and somehow it has become the woman's fault. Is it a woman's fault? This is a question we will continue to answer. There's no one and short answer for that. We will continue to answer that question. But before we go, let me this is quite like an introduction video, a welcome video. I want to officially welcome you to this channel. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the thumbs up on every single video I release, and then make sure you hit the bell, make sure you so that you're notified, and things like that. You know what you do on YouTube, But with that being said, what does prestige stand for? Like I already said, dictionary meaning has respect, admiration, perception, achieve, quality. But I've created this acronym, okay, for prestige. It's for every single letters in the word prestige. The first P, the first letter, which is P, stands for purpose and patience. Okay, purpose and patience. And when we're talking about patience, we're talking about infinite patience. Infinite patience become extremely easy when we're engaged in purpose. You will have less time for bullshit. Okay, first curse word, I'm going to try to limit it, but I'm a curser, so mild curser, Now with that being said, the second word, which is R, stands for respect, as you can imagine, right? And when we're talking about respect is 100% earned. We don't demand respect. For the E letter, for the third letter, which is E, education, continuing education, there is no such thing as you've known it all, you know it all. Men of prestige don't move that way. Men of prestige keeps an open mind, because there's a potential, there's something to learn, especially when there's confusion in dating, relationship, marriage, life, business, money, and all this finances, right? Anytime you're confused, it's time to learn something new. The fourth letter, S, stands for self-worth, self-improvement, self-development, self-anything, self-esteem, things like that. This is an ongoing battle, right? And the fifth letter, T, stands for time-bound. A man of prestige values time above everything, because literally time equals to life. We have limited time, so you don't want to waste time. You value time, and then you also value time with family, friends, companionship, love, connection. We're going to talk more about that, right? And the sixth letter, which is I, stands for international. We are global. We don't think locally. There's nothing wrong with helping your local community. It starts from a family structure, but we're also international. We don't fall into the absolutes of never mind those people. No, there's no absolute when it comes to that. So you're international. The G, which is the seventh word here, stands for gratitude, grateful, growth. Gratitude, grateful, growth. When you move in gratitude, you attract a lot more blessings. That's just how life works. And you're a complainer. If you're like men of prestige, don't complain, especially complaining in the name of alpha male strategies. We just don't do that. We have conversations. We try to improve ourselves. We go after growth, but we do all of that in the spirit of gratitude. We're grateful, and that's how we move. And the last letter, but not the least, in the word prestige, stands for elegance. Experience, elegance, and experience. We value experience. With experience, there's certain things that become clearer, which is the more reason also why you don't want to move like you've known everything. Like I said, this conversation, we're going to have it together. I want to encourage you to engage in the comment area. Once the time has come, we will start doing some live shows if it makes sense with respect to the algorithms. But we're just going to keep it simple, short, 7 to 10 minutes video per day to improve ourselves. I want to engage this conversation with you. I want you to talk to me. I want to talk back. I will engage every single comment in the comment section, and then we'll take this conversation to new places where we can all grow together. I have some fiery opinions. I will share those opinions. However, I will always leave room that it's possible that I could be wrong. So, man of prestige, welcome to the club. I can't wait to chop it up with you.